One.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back again for another edition of the Easily Branch Chronicles here. I'm your bro, Rashad Ease. I said, bro, come on, y'all. I guess I'm too daggone excited yet again because I'm talking to JS20 Stacks. What's going on, JS? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, okay. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, that are listening, I'm excited because you all are about to get access to something soon, but we're gonna build up to it. This is my guy JS20000. We've been making music technically now for 10 years. Oh my goodness, yeah. He and I've been making music together technically, for 10 years, but he's a friend before he's a musician and an artist to me. And I'm honored, my guy, because you allow me to be, the label that helps to release your first, at least my knowledge, first album. And so I like for you to, like share the name with the people, and then just kind of, you don't mind, like telling us where that title came from, you know. So, what's the title of your album?
Okay.
Album?
Yes, the title is called Extramentals, which is sort of a play on the term instrumentals, but nonetheless, extramentals, because this is about expanding your mind. So it's more. It's more than just instrumentals. It's a little something extra.
Mm, something extra, expand your mind. Listen, when we talked about natural in our last interview, you talked about the outdoors, the disconnect of humans to the outdoors, our society, like brokenness there. But that was just in the song natural, you know being that you just said you get a little something extra, what can you just give us, like, I'm not asking for song titles yet, just can you just give us an example of what you mean by you're going to get something extra, it's going to expand your mind.
Well, I was trying to draw sort of what somewhat of a palette of sounds that are, even though they may be dissimilar from one track to another. It's part of a cohesive whole, so to speak. It's something where there are different ranges, so to speak, of mentality going on throughout this particular album. And because some tracks, they're contemplative and some are more upbeat, and it's more dance oriented or what have you. But it's a variety here. It's not it's not just all in one particular, I guess, um subset or whatever you may call that.
Okay. Now, oh man, I already have this. Well, I love every song, but you as the creator, do you have? I don't want to say. I don't. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask some favorite because I just kind of think that that's cheating. You made every piece of music that is there, but is there one that you may find yourself going to, like, just if you were to just pick it up, you had a CD in your hand, you put it in. Maybe I'll play this song first, and why?
Hmm. Good. Yeah. Good question. Um. Maybe I haven't really given that much thought,
Oh,
but
okay, all right.
maybe. Um. But actually, it probably, you know, it it would probably be the last track on the album,
Oh,
which is, even though it's an acronym, but nonetheless, it actually it actually has a meaning. It actually means why nothing is more.
mm,
And what that is illustrating is, well, it's a very complex track, but at the same time, it's it's pretty much, I would say, somewhat of a paradox.
okay.
Being that, even though there's more sound, but at the same time, it's something that grabs a piece of you that's very, I guess, how do you put it? It it's very intuitive in a way. It's simple.
Mm.
So even though it's more, it's still, it's like whatever, however it strikes you, it's not so complex. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
No, that it makes sense, but because we are keeping it hidden until the record drops, they gonna have to just hold on to that until it come out. They're gonna have to hold on to that. Why nothing is more, man. And everyone, I can tell you, is definitely a beautiful piece. It's a great way for the record to, I guess, conclude, or culminate. But man, this it's seven beautiful songs on this record. Seven, y'all. And trust me, when JS does something, it's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. He does a lot of things on purpose. Let me ask you, like why, and I'm not asking like about symbolism of seven or anything unless you want to share, but why, seven songs? Like, some people may have said 10, some may have said five, but you gave us seven songs.
Well, to be honest, it was basically because I just didn't want to overextend myself, so to speak.
Okay. As a musician myself, I can respect that, and dang it, thank you. Thank you for putting a boundary around yourself. I didn't want to overextend myself. Okay. Is there anything else? I feel like I cut you off.
So
I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah, it's but for the most part, yeah, I just thought, seven is a good round, even, it's not an even number, but it's a good round number
Mm-hmm.
for, having a number of tracks that won't overwhelm the listener. You don't have, you know, 12 or 13 tracks on here that, some of those you're not even going to want to listen to, or, well, being that how fickle people are these days with their listening preferences and how albums are released these days, so you have albums with so many tracks on there that some of them get lost in the shuffle and they're forgettable. I didn't necessarily want that to be the case with my album.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. Yes. You definitely will not get lost this time, everyone, because this is, like I said, it's amazing. He is to the point. It's awesome, but you will definitely be emotionally and I think mentally traveling. Now, because out of respect and honor for the record, those who've seen the last episode, you would have heard "Natural." Okay, it's the first single, and JS20000 did something gracious, with us at the label. We put the song out on an EP first. We had an EP, like the number one song off of the Dean's List album last year that was released in February. Meditate. We made an EP and put like 6 songs on there. Natural was number 5. This year we released Natural again, as its own single, fresh cover, and we can maybe even talk some about the artist. But that song is out, and so, we're not going to play that again, even though we know that that's what people would want. We're going to do a little something different. We're going to take you a little ways back, and we're going to play something from JS20000. Technically, some may say a decade ago. And so, but his sound is timeless. So it sounds like it was just made yesterday. So I'd love to get the host ability again, and we're going to share another song by JS20000. Thank you. JS20000.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I felt like I was in the club. Okay, and I'm like, oh snap! You can't sit down on this one. Oh no! You gotta move. I had to like, shoot, it was hard to be silent. That's why I just said, stop. I'm like, man, I'm getting down too much on this song. Uh, man, wait a minute. So you made that like at least before 2010?
Oh, that was, oh, yeah, it was, wow. What was that? 2007, 2008?
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, did now that was a long time ago. I mean, like, do you remember what inspired that?
Well, basically, since the title is Saturnalia Nation,
Mm-hmm.
um, it has to do, well, being that I think people here know, some people should know the real story of Christmas, but as far as those that don't, it's it's basically there was this Roman celebration uh, around December the 25th, known as Saturnalia, which was basically a huge festivity that honored the god Saturn, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak,
Mm-hmm.
and it involved a whole lot of raucous behavior, so to speak, lots of partying. So,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of, and I guess that's kind of where that the essence of that came from. That's the most I can think of
Okay.
at this time, because I think that was the frame that I was working in at that moment when I was producing it.
Got you, got you. Okay. See, wait, I just want to say, I told y'all, you see that? I told y'all what he does is nothing, nothing is by chance. Everything is smooth and is very thoughtful, provoking. And many times it can be historic, many times it can be emotional or mental. So I definitely want to extramental. And so I want to say thanks, man, because I'm getting down to it, and I'm like, that name, like I'm up here thinking, of course, I'm like, is he talking about the God or is he talking about celebration or the planet? I'm like, where's he going with this? But I never want to assume. I never want to assume. I'm like, you have to ask JS, and and even when you think you got to figure it out, he'll probably be like, no, another corner. So yeah, so okay, being that we just heard something that really sounds like it was made today, made so long ago. Um, Extramentals, just and then we're going to go into the next, subject. Can you tell us when it's coming out and um, yeah. So can you let us know, when the album is going to be available?
Yes, Extramentals. Yes, it's set to come out on January the 29th, 2021.
All right, y'all. Okay, so that's coming this year. All right, and we are so proud because the Easy Branch is, a part of this, and this is our honor to work, with this individual. But and if you remember, I told you in the last interview, I said he does more than make music, not just, excuse me. He does more than make music. He does more than rock with us. And as you just heard, hopefully you got a little bit of the tip of the iceberg when he answered the question about the song. He automatically is like it's something else. He was like, I hope people are familiar, with the origins of Christmas. And so, he's a very learned person. Some would say learned, very well read individual, and he actually has his own bookstore. So, JS, would you mind if we can just shift gears a little bit? And can you tell us about your bookstore? What is it? Why did you name it what you named it? Just to tell us an idea of a couple of books, that you have available there, please.
Yes. Well, the name of the bookstore is called The Truth Is in Here Books.
Mm,
And um, if you're familiar with the series X Files,
yes.
where in the at the opening credits of the show it would state that the truth is out there. But
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to know that the truth is in here in my bookstore.
Mm,
And basically it's a, and it's pretty much where I I tend to focus mainly on nonfiction books, that are pretty much books where you're actually going to learn something, expand your mind, improve yourself, things along that line. So it's used and new books.
Used in new books. Ah, okay. And he definitely telling you. Matter of fact, people, if people can see, they can see. Like I got one of my old classics that I just ordered, from your bookstore. Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens, excuse me. Read it as a child, but it's just one of my favorites, and I'm rereading it again. And just said, yeah, let me get this book, and I'm going to continue to support and get, get some other, texts, from your bookstore, sir. But is there like a website where people can access it? Would you mind telling us?
Yes, it is. It is through Alibris. So it is www.alibris. That's A as in Apple, L as in Larry, B as in Bravo, RIS as in Sam.com/stores. That's a plural, stores, /T as in Tom, I, another I, H, and B as in Bravo. So that's basically Truth is in Here Books as acronym.
Come on. Come on, y'all. See, I told you we don't, it's not just about music over here. This gentleman is trying to educate the world, educate your minds. He said nonfiction. So that means that it's the kind of stuff that's true, real, is true, and it impacts us now. It impacted us 100, maybe 1,000 years ago, and it's daggone sure going to be with us within the next decade to century. So please, everybody, check out, my guy. Please check out this bookstore. And definitely check out the album we're going to work on. Also, getting the CD so we can have it there in the bookstore. People can order it from there. But as he told you, the album Extramentals comes out January 29th, 2021. We're so proud. This is the first album coming out this year off of Easily Branch. It's our second, well, I'm not going to put it in the genre because this album takes you everywhere, but he definitely has jazz on this, and it's just it's our pleasure, to have an amazing classic album, and I'm saying classic because I can't stop playing it, and I'm glad that I'm not leaking it. All right, can you tell us a little bit like about the artwork too? That's like on the cover. It's definitely different. I
Oh
never
yes.
had.
Oh yeah. It's well, yeah, yeah, we commissioned an artist, a good friend of ours named Ahmad Austin, to come up with a particular piece of art that, after having him listen to the album, uh, we, I wanted him to basically convey what he had gathered in his mind from listening to that album, and the cover is what he had basically come up with. It's an abstract art piece, but nonetheless it's it's one where basically it extends on it, pretty much follows what my overall message of Extramentals is all about, and that's basically, it's however the album speaks to you, that's what you will get from it.
Mm, okay.
And that's the same with the work of art. Abstract art pieces are whatever you perceive, that's what it is.
Mm, okay. See, so his music represent what he's thinking represent what you're saying, and what you're saying represents what he wants you to do. He wants you to get a lot of it on your own, and I appreciate you for that, my guy, because you definitely encourage and also challenge me at the same time to continue to dig. So we've already let you know that the album is coming out. We're going to have some more, episodes coming up, to continue to unpack this record, to also to unpack the bookstore, maybe unpack some more things about our friend, our producer, our homie, big brother, JS20000. Before we run, let me just check with the king and say, hey, do you have any last words you want to tell to the people? Say to the people.
Well, let's see. Well, I can't think of anything else right now that's, would have me sounding rather redundant and repeating myself. So, but I'll just say, well, have a nice day.
Okay, well, everybody, you heard them. HAND. Have a nice day. Thank you. You know, and we also hope you will have one, JS. And we thank you. And everyone, like I said, get ready to get this album. It's going to be ready for you. 29th. It's going to be on all platforms, everywhere. Okay, so you can get it. You can even get CDs that are on Amazon. You know, because Amazon produces that. But we want to continue to support our brother. Definitely, to support, Save Your Life Music, the branch, and let's get ready for a new a new sound and some new material and new music from our very own JS20000. All right, everybody, we signing off. Y'all take care. These the branch to you. Peace.